so sorry, Logan. We can't do this. We can't pretend that nothing's changed. I thought we could make it work, but I was wrong. We just can't go on this way.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I didn't like the way we left things.
Are you here to apologize or dig yourself an even deeper hole?
Actually, I came to explain.
Please don't.
Mickey, you've got to believe me. I don't have anything against Bridget. I want what's best for both of you.
We can make our own decisions, Mother.
Well, you can't make an informed decision if you don't have all the facts. Mickey, please do her a favor. Do yourself a favor before you rush into this marriage again. Think about what you had with Brooke, what you could have again if Ridge reunites with Taylor. Look, I know that you and Bridget have shared some really wonderful, wonderful moments. But you've got to ask yourself, Mickey, is there magic? Is there magic like you had with Brooke?
Hey. It's kind of late for an unexpected drop in,
I hope
isn't
you
it?
don't mind.
No, I don't mind at all. Is everything all right with you?
Oh, things are just really unsettled over at Mom's house.
Yeah. You know, you're welcome to move in over here for a while things are like this.
Oh, well, thanks. It's fine. I mean, I'm spending a lot of time with Nick, so it's okay.
Is that where you've been tonight?
Yeah, I just left. We told Jackie and Massimo about Taylor's return.
Uh-huh. So you haven't been to the house. You don't know how things are going over there.
You?
No.
That's why I didn't stay at Nick's. I thought for sure you or Stephanie would have heard something.
No, we haven't. God, although I can't imagine things have gotten any less complicated.
I feel so badly for them.
Yes, this is very, very difficult for your mother and for Taylor, but it's Ridge I'm worried about. I do not envy the position he's been put in.
Ridge, what are you saying? What are you telling me?
We just can't continue sharing a bed right now. Not until the situation is resolved.
Oh, God, you scared me. I thought the way that you were looking at me, that you...
I'm not going to ask you to leave the house. That wouldn't be fair to you. The way things are, it's not fair to Taylor. Thomas and the girls are confused, and we have to do something about it. I know it's not a solution, it's just a quick fix, but...
Well, it seems to be the best solution that you can come up with at the moment. That's okay.
Well, I'm afraid so.
Brooke and I know that you're in a very difficult position. We know that, and we know you don't want to hurt either of us. We know that you want to do what's best for the kids.
Which means not making the situation more complicated than it already is. Thomas was right. I can't play favorites. But I also can't let him force me into a decision I'm not ready to make. So I think the best thing for me to do right now is to just take myself out of the situation, out of the equation altogether, and move into the guest room.
No, Ridge. You shouldn't have to leave. You stay, and I'll go.
Reg and those kids should be celebrating Taylor's homecoming, not having to agonize over it.
Have you talked to your mother about that?
Yeah, a few times. She's trying to stay really positive.
Well, that's not going to be easy for her.
Well, it's important. For her peace of mind and for the kids. Mom wants them to enjoy this time with their mother.
I'm sure that Taylor and Rich appreciate that.
Of course they do, Dad, but it doesn't make it any less stressful. Especially for Mom.
Honey, I'm worried about her too.
I just wish that there was something that I could do, you know?
Look, we all do. But this is for Ridge and Brooke and Taylor to figure out for themselves. The more everyone else gets involved, the more complicated it's going to get.
I am not going to compare what I have with Bridget to what I had with Brooke.
Because it doesn't compare.
Doesn't work that way for me, Mother. When are you going to get that?
Look, I understand that you and Bridget are very happy together. But if you marry her, Nikki, knowing that there's even a chance this could be a mistake.
But it's not a mistake.
Yeah, well, it would be if you woke up one morning and realized you were still in love with her mother.
You agreed to let this go. Do you remember? You
Yes,
agreed that you would...
I did, before I realized that Ridge is still married to Taylor.
Well, that doesn't mean he's going to end up with her.
Well, Stephanie thinks he will.
Stephanie, so she's got her big nose in this too now.
She knows her son better than anyone, and she says that he wants Taylor.
Oh, please, Mother. It sounds like you're both a bit twisted in the head.
I just don't want anything bad to happen to Brooke. That's all. I want her to have the life she deserves with a man she can depend on. A man who will put her first.
Mother.
If you marry Bridget, Brooke will have no one. Ridge will go back to Taylor, and Brooke will be completely alone.
If anybody should move into the guest room, it should be me.
Oh, Brooke.
No, Ridge. It would just be too painful to stay in here without you. I'm gonna go get my things from the bathroom. I know this isn't easy for you, Ridge. It isn't easy for any of us. But what Thomas said is true. A decision has to be made. And I want you to make the right one. So I'm not going to pressure you on this. I just want you to take your time.
Brooke is going to need you, Nikki, more than she ever has. This has got to be excruciating for all of them, but especially for Brooke. I mean, she has invested so much of her life in Ridge, and she thought she could finally stop looking over her shoulder, stop questioning his devotion to her.
She can.
You sure about that, are you? Yeah, you're not in the least concerned? Nikki, you promised Brooke that if Ridge ever made her cry again, you would be there for her. You gave her your word. Well, I'm telling you, there is a very good chance that those tears could start falling as soon as tonight.
Stop it.
Nikki,
I don't want to hear it,
just-
Mother. I don't want to hear it. Not another word.
There's just one more question. Are you annoyed with me because I'm wrong or because you know I'm right?
I just wish Mom could be as sure about Ridge as I am about Nick.
You think she's having doubts?
I think she's fighting them.
What about you? You and Nick are still on track, aren't you?
We are, yeah.
You're going to reschedule the wedding,
We haven't yet.
but you're going to.
Yes, yeah. It's just hard to think about with everything else that's going on, but yeah. We want to keep it really small. Mom and Rich have so much going on in their minds right now. We don't want to do it there, so Maybe here?
I think that's a great idea.
Unfortunately, I think it's going to take more than our wedding to bring our families together now.
Honey, I think the last thing that your mother or Taylor wants is for people to start taking sides here.
That's unavoidable, Dad, unless someone steps up and makes a decision now. You know, Taylor's not a selfish person, and she is a psychiatrist. She's bound to know that RJ and Hope are much better growing up with their father.
Still, that's a lot to ask.
I know. I just do not see how this can end up well unless someone makes a sacrifice.
Thank you, Logan. I would never have asked you to do this.
I know.
I would have thanked her myself, but I'm sorry.
For what? For being alive? Answering our children's prayers? You don't have to apologize for that.
Well, I am sorry that Thomas came in here and talked to you about this.
He brought up a lot of things that needed to be talked about.
I was trying to tell you how I felt when we were downstairs a little bit earlier.
I know. I know this can't be comfortable for you at all.
This just isn't how I planned coming back home.
No, but we all gonna work this out. We're gonna work this out. We're gonna sit down with the kids, talk to them, answer all their questions.
Sounds like we're going to be very busy. I should go to bed.
All right. Good night.
Good night. I love you, Rich.
I love you too, Doc. Didn't expect it to come to this.
Neither did I.
I'm sorry, Logan.
I understand that Thomas was upset. He had every right to be. If the situations were reversed and RJ was sticking up for me.
Thomas cares about you too.
I know. And I don't want to hurt him. That is why I'm doing this. But
You're wondering if things are ever going to be the same? I can't lie to you, Logan. Things are going to change. I just can't be sure exactly how yet.
I'm not asking. As I know in a few days I'll be back in here with you. Things may be a little different, but my love for you and for our family will never change.
And neither will mine.
So you see what I mean about taking sides?
Honey, you're worried about your mother right now, but what you should be concentrating on is your relationship with Nick.
Dad.
No, listen. You can't get all wrapped up in your mother's problems here. You've always taken it upon yourself to protect her. You've been doing that since you were a little girl. Well, you're not a little girl anymore. You have your own life to live.
Am I too old to ask a little fatherly advice?
Never.
Any ideas on how to tame a future mother-in-law?
Jackie.
She's convinced that Nick would be better off with Mom.
What?
Yeah, she thinks no one will ever make him as happy as Mom would. I mean, I know it's not true. It's crazy. Nick is totally committed to me. If he had any doubts, he would have never proposed to me.
Well, then I don't have any doubts either. And more importantly, neither should you.
I know you've shared some wonderful moments with Bridget, but honey, you have to ask yourself, is the magic there? The magic you had with Brooke?
It's hard to explain to somebody that's temperamental and unpredictable, but at the same time, when you feel something that's real and you feel something that's honest, you just, I don't know, just the thought of her sort of makes my heart race. You know that feeling?
Sounds like somebody you might want to settle down with.
We already have.
You have?
Yeah. There's nothing that'll ever come between me and the sea. Don't you get it, Brooke? You're the sea to me. Hello.
Nick? I was looking for Bridget.
Oh, well, she left her phone over here at the boat.
Do you think she's on her way back to the house?
Well, I don't know, maybe so. Everything okay? Brooke, are you okay?
I just really need to talk to Bridget.
Well, why? What's happened? I want you to tell me if something happened. Did something happen with Forrester?
Ridge and I aren't sharing a room anymore. He offered to stay in the guest room, and I said I'd go instead.
Well, why do either one of you have to go anywhere?
Because Thomas was upset. He didn't think it was fair to his mom that Ridge and I were sharing a room.
Well, I don't think it's fair to you that you don't have your room.
I know, but he was just sticking up for his mother.
Well, Forrester should stick up for you. Damn it. How many times is this guy gonna do this? How many times is he going to let you down like this?
You think he's going to choose Taylor, don't you?
I just know I can't stand to hear you like this.
Heck, he is going to come back to me. As much as he and the children miss Taylor, I am his wife now. We are a family. And he isn't going to forget that.
Well, don't you forget what I promised you.
I didn't mean to get you involved. I'm sorry.
You don't have to ask for my help. I'm there if you need it.
Thanks.
Now you hang in there, sailor. And remember, whatever you need, I'm there. Always.
Always?
Always.